Hi, everyone. My name is Karen Cerna, and I'm the director of the Student Money Management Office here at Austin Community College. And I'm here to give you a tour of the Student Money Management Office. And we're going to do that via our website. So what I'd love for you to do is check out our website, follow along. If you have any questions at all, you can always reach us at money@austincc.edu. Okay, so the easiest way to navigate to our website is go to the ACC homepage and just throw a / and money onto the end of the URL, and that will bring you to our homepage. I'm just going to go left to right and kind of talk you through. I want you to feel comfortable referring students to our tools and our resources, and you might find something in here that you would like to play around with. All right, so starting over here on the left, we have our Save tab. We are huge cheerleaders for the importance of saving, and especially we love to help our students set aside money for a future financial emergency, because financial emergencies happen and you got to be prepared for them. One of our newest programs is the Rainy Day Savings Program. And in this program, we enroll students generally in the fall semester, and they participate in the program for a full academic year. So they enroll in the fall, they participate through the spring. And this program is designed to give students a boost in establishing their emergency savings. So in a nutshell, we will give students up to $100 for doing things like completing their FAFSA or meeting with a financial coach. Students can claim up to $100 in cash incentives. And part of the program is that we open a savings account for them at University Federal Credit Union, our partner in this program. And yeah, we also have $250 monthly drawings for students. So we want to make this a fun program for students. And so each month we announce a task for our participating students to do. And if they do that task, they get entered into a drawing for a $250 deposit into their savings account at University Federal Credit Union. So this is one of our newest programs. Right now we have about, I think it's like 400 students participating, and we are working on growing that program. Apart from that, when we do in-person outreach events, some of our most popular takeaways are our savings charts. And we've got a lot of staff who use these too, who are saving for, let's say, for the holidays, or saving for an emergency fund, or saving for a refrigerator. Whatever it is you're saving, this can make savings fun. So the money savings chart, you've got a little snippet of it here. You can access it via this link. What you'll see is we have 52 squares, each with a different dollar amount. And what you do is every single week you take a square and you set that amount aside in savings. Then you cross that square out. If you do that for 52 weeks, you will have $500 set aside. The method that you choose to attack this does not matter. Some people go left to right, some go up to down, some go easiest to hardest, meaning lowest amount to highest amount, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. And if you need more of a stretch than $500, we also have $1,000 savings charts. So the other thing that we spend a lot of time with students on is budgeting, right? So our students have a particularly complex budgeting life while they're a student, because they really need to be planning for an entire semester's worth of income and expenses. So you and I as professionals, monthly budgeting generally serves us best, because we've got a regular paycheck, we've got regular monthly expenses that can be anticipated. But for students, they really need to be looking at an entire semester to make sure that in January they know that they've got enough money to get through the entire semester. And if they find a shortfall, that it's identified early, because just like almost everything in life, the earlier you identify and address an issue, the less likely it's to become a crisis, right? So for our students, we really recommend that they use a semester budgeting tool to forecast the whole semester. So we've got a Google Sheets budget template, which does the math or the calculations for the student. Now, of course, this one is on, you don't have editing access to it. So when students want to make a copy of it, they can just go ahead and make a copy, save it to their Google Drive, and then they can make all the edits that they would like. Alternatively, there's a printable budget template that just requires you to do the math on your own. There's a series of steps here to kind of just to help students understand like the different steps involved in making a semester budget. And then I have a video that will walk students through creating that budget. And if you or a student is just looking for a basic monthly budgeting template, we have those as well under the Plan tab. And then the other thing I'd like to point out on this particular tab is our Budget Builder tool. So if you haven't made a budget ever, or it's been a really long time, chances are you sit down and then you completely kind of forget like half of your expenses, right? Because like when you're on the spot, it's really hard to remember all those expenses that you incur daily, weekly, monthly, and then annually. Those are the hardest ones to remember. So what we recommend is when anybody is sitting down to either establish their budget or tweak their budget, that they go to this Budget Builder tool. And what this does, it's just basic. It's just a laundry list of most of the expenses that we all have in common. And so what you do is you sit down with this list and just give yourself a chance just to check off like, oh yes, like I have to pay my rent. Yes, check. I have to pay electricity every month. I have internet. Oh yeah, I do laundry and I go to a laundromat. That's an expense. So it's just a list. You just check off all the expenses that you incur. And then the second step is then to go back and start putting an amount next to each one of those expenses you have. And that's how you can start to build your budget. Then once you've kind of done this worksheet, then you can bounce back to one of our budgeting templates and kind of input all of those figures. We offer one-on-one financial coaching for students. I would love for you to refer to our financial coaching program. Like I said, the semester budgeting, it's most beneficial for students, but it's also pretty complex and confusing. And so our financial coaches will sit down with students and walk them through that and help them create that budget. So you can just go right to our website, schedule an appointment. And yes, financial coaching is only available for ACC students. Besides financial coaching, we also have workshops, and we just kind of keep a running list of the workshops we have available under the Learn tab right here. This changes pretty frequently. We generally offer workshops in the fall and spring semesters. When we're in the virtual environment, we open up our workshops to ACC faculty and staff, and of course students. When we're in person, we generally limit to ACC students just because of room capacity. Besides workshops, we also have an online financial education platform, and this is available for any ACC student, faculty, or staff member to use. I ask that you register using your ACC address. This is a platform that somebody else is paying for on our behalf, but that does mean we do limit it to ACC students, faculty, and staff, and we can only identify you by your ACC email. So if you register for this, just use that email and then you won't be booted off the system. But this has got a lot of great modules, like say you're thinking about buying a car, you might want to look up and see like what are some considerations that I need to be thinking about as I'm shopping for a car or looking for an auto loan. So this is a really great place to just get non-biased non-bloggy information too, right? So lots of good modules there. And let's see if there's anything else. So yes, so professional development. The Student Money Management Office, we offer periodic professional development opportunities for staff. And of course, we'll always have it here on our website, but we also generally announce it through the Advising Forum listserv. And then it's also posted on the ACC Workshops and Events database. So I think that's all that I wanted to show you. I encourage you to get on our site and poke around and check out all of the things that we have for students. And if you have any questions at all, easiest way to get in touch with us is send us an email, money@austincc.edu. Thanks so much.